oxygen. His rope is on fire.
There you go, the rope's on fire.
There it is. Luke wins his spot back in the game.
Amazingly close was that.
Drop. Give. Buffs.
Welcome back to Australian Survivor Drop Your Buffs, where we are about to speak to the fourth place finisher, because on Survivor Australia v World, we have lost the Queen, Serei, to fire. I'm Sean Ross, back here with Nick Idanza and Ricard Foyer after a very exciting and nail-biting penultimate episode of this season.
Crazy. Like an amazing episode, a devastating outcome.
Yeah.
She's an icon. She will always be an icon. And that's why I'm a little bit in mourning today.
Yeah, me too.
And it was a journey. Who was going to have their redemption story? Was it going to be Luke?
Yeah.
Or was it going to be Serei? It was going to be only one of them. And somehow I feel like they both accomplished a redemption story with how this went down.
No matter what was going to happen, history was going to be rewritten.
Yep.
Or history was going to be relived. And for Luke, it was rewritten, and for Serei, it was sadly relived. Way back in Panama, she went out in the exact same situation, a Final Four tie, fire making against Danielle, and Serei went home.
This is why we love this show, right? Because the devastating parts of it is what makes us feel so connected to it, connected to these players. We've gone on this journey with her for nearly 20 years, and, you know, she still can't get to the end. It makes me think, like, are there some people that are just never destined to win Survivor?
And now we have our final three: Parvati, Janine, and Luke.
Enough with all this talk, because we get to talk to Serei.
Yeah. Let's bring her out.
That's the true silver lining.
Bring her out. Where is she?
So without further ado, the fallen angel of this season, Serei Fields.
Yay!
Hi, guys.
Welcome.
Hi, Ricard.
How are you?
Hey.
Exhausted.
Final stretch.
Thank God. I'm so ready to be done.
Well, we're almost done, but we've got so many questions that we want to ask you because you are so integral to this season. You are so integral, and we just feel like you have so many great insights. And one of them really is what happened last night.
Fire again. I mean, it came down to a fire challenge with Luke and I, and Luke's fire prevailed. However, I got a nice fire.
Yes, you did.
Please note that, everyone. I know how to make fire. Look at this. This is a beautiful fire. And I had an absolute blast.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? Finally. So I'm so proud of this little fire. You don't know how much
me
this
too.
means to me.
Not only did you get the fire, it burned the string.
Yeah.
Like, you did it. You did it. But
Yeah.
as a longtime fan of yours, Serei, all I was thinking was Survivor Panama. You and
Yeah,
Danielle,
the fire
Final Four,
challenge,
exact
yeah.
same situation.
Yeah.
A deadlock tie,
Yeah.
you go to fire,
Yeah.
and Danielle beats you there.
Yeah.
Was this going through your mind at all? Because there was a lot of talk about history and rewriting history.
Not really. Just the fact that this season was the only thing that I was focused on. And the fact that I couldn't make fire at the previous fire challenge, it just wouldn't happen. So that kind of went through my mind, but I was like, you know how to make fire. Just make the damn fire. That's what I was thinking. I was really confident that I would make a fire this time, just not quick enough.
And you were steady last night. I mean, watching you, Luke looked a little panicked.
Yeah.
At one
looked a
point,
lot panicked, yeah.
he put all of the kindling still wrapped in twine on top of his fire. And I was just like,
Wow.
oh, you have steady hands.
Yeah.
You were doing well, even though you were getting smoked out.
I think that was his strategy. Smoke her out. She won't be able to see to do what she needs to do, so.
I want to ask you about Parvati, because it was just awe-inspiring to watch two of the greats playing at the top of their game throughout this season, the first ever global All-Stars season. Can you talk about what it was like to play with Parvati again?
Well, the relationship comes naturally. What I eased into was, how does she feel the way I feel right? Because you don't want to be at the prom giving googly eyes and the guy across the way is looking at your friend behind you, right? So I'm like, let me go slowly and see like where, obviously we see each other like clearly we're locked in. But then as the game goes on and certain things happen and you're like, are we locked in? But then Parv in her own fashion kind of has her own way of letting me know. We even argue like sisters, let me know like it's us to the end. Like this idol is for us. Like you have zero worries. And I trusted Parv 1,000%.
Forget Survivor. Every show you play,
right,
you go right to the end, despite the fact that everybody knows who you are. You walk in the room with a reputation, and they let you get right to the end.
I think it's just that I make genuine connections, right? I don't make surface level connections. If I sat down with you, I really want to know about you. The game aside, when I'm talking to you, I want to know about you. I want you to know about me. And I think everyone finds some level of Serei to connect with. And that's what makes people want to take care of me and protect me, because they see something in me that they have in themselves.
If you look at all the people that you have aligned with throughout all your game histories, they're so varied.
Right.
There's the Lisas, there's the Shanes, there's the Izzies, there's the Parvatis. Like it's so, the scope is huge. Is that part of that?
That's because my personality is so dynamic.
Yeah. Can you rub some of that up on me, please, Serei? Yeah.
No, and I don't mean that in a kind of arrogant way, but I don't know, it's the way I was raised, right? We're all the same. You treat everyone with the same respect and dignity that you require for yourself. And I think people appreciate that. And you also have empathy for people. I can feel like if you're hurting, I may not have experienced what you're experiencing, but I can feel for you in a genuine way. And I think the genuineness of my conversations and my connections is what really comes across. People can tell when you're faking it in these games and in the real life. So I try to be as authentic as I possibly can. And that's why I'm able to connect with people from all walks of life.
I literally feel like I'm being hypnotized by, like, there's something about like, when you stare at, like, it's just like a light.
That's how it happens. That's how it happens.
Yeah, thank you.
Who are we voting for?
Well,
Is there, more than just relationships, is there a demeanor that you bring into camp? You know, like some people are, I'm going to put everything together and show I'm needed here. And some people hide that they're good at fire. So is there anything with your actual presence at camp that it's intentional, or are you just being yourself?
I just really am myself, and I like to present with a huge amount of humility. I think it goes a long way. The ones that come in arrogant, Rob, the ones that come in like gangbusters, I'm the stuff, Tony. Like people are already looking for a reason, right, to be rubbed the wrong way. So if you come in with that I'm better than you attitude, who's going to like that, right? Everyone wants to feel like we're all on equal playing ground, because we really are. So when you come in and you prove not to have an ounce of humility within you, then people are going to turn to the person who does.
Yeah, very good.
I want to ask about Tony, because you played together on Game Changers, but he was out so early that you didn't really get to play with him on Game Changers.
Tony wasn't on Game Changers.
Yeah, he was.
Tony was on Game Changers?
He was there for
Sandra got him out real
Sandra
early.
voted him out and said, "Queen stays queen."
Tony was on Game Changers?
Oh,
You did not interact. You were never on the same tribe. But yeah, he was on Game. You should watch that season.
I mean, wow.
just hanging behind you is a little reminder of our pal Tony. What did you think of that moment?
Up on the pillar.
So right now, what I have here is a shoe. And what I'm gonna do is hang it around my neck, and I'm gonna feel protected tonight.
Lord, I think that was the most idiotic,
I love
nonsensical. I'm like, really, Tony? You really think you playing with amateurs here? That's what that represented for me. Like, he got Cass and Tommy and Lisa. If you notice, once he tied the shoe around his neck, they jumped up and started having a conversation. Like, what in the world? I felt like a mom, like, sit down. It's a shoe. What are y'all doing? You're talking about splitting the vote? Trust me, if Tony has an idol, he's going to put an idol.
Yeah.
shoe idol. What piece of jewelry do you want to wear at tribal council?
That moldy shoe, yeah.
Oh my God.
But
Ridiculous.
can you agree that it was an iconic Survivor moment?
I think it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it was hilarious. I don't know about iconic. I think it was like, something you see at the circus, but I was not impressed. I thought it was funny. Like, are you serious right now? But what was more iconic was the fact that he followed through with it all the way to the end. He walked up to Jonathan and pulled out his little sock and like, all right, then I guess I'll sit back down. So
I think he said, I'll save this for next time.
For the merge or something, he said some nonsense. Well, maybe it'll be a new fashion statement. Maybe he's starting a new trend. Right?
Well, at least you'll remember that he was on this season.
Right? Ooh. Ooh, that's crazy.
You had Lisa in your back pocket from day one. Tell me about that relationship.
I love Lisa. Lisa is what better ally to have than an super intellectual super fan that knows the ins and outs of this game, and you can bounce ideas. I always went to Lisa and said, so what do you think? And that was genuine because I feel like Lisa knows enough about the game and is smart enough to be a strategic genius. So I was thrilled that Lisa wanted to align with me.
Well, Serei, Lisa is actually right behind you there in that frame.
Oh, there's a little, yes.
Yes, she is. And I have to ask, Lisa was willing to fall on the sword to save Tommy. I feel like she might have been willing to fall on the sword to save you. Like that, you don't come by that kind of an ally very often in Survivor.
Absolutely not, and that's why I did not want Lisa to go.
Really?
Anytime, no, not at all.
Oh, can you explain that?
True allies, an ally like Lisa who brought me information that she didn't have to, who kept me in the know, who decided to go against her international alliance to keep me in the game. You want to keep people like that around as long as you can. That was my idea, like as long as I can keep Lisa. The only problem is Lisa was a part of an attempted blindside against my number one, which is Parvati. And it kind of put me in a sticky situation. Also, Lisa's kind of pivoting towards Tommy. Like I saw the way Lisa was trying to build that relationship with Tommy. So where did that leave me? If you're wanting to get rid of my number one, which is Parvati,
right,
and you still have your international three, how is that going to work?
Yeah.
So in the end, I had to go with the majority and vote Lisa.
You're unstoppable. Thank you. I'm so glad I met you.
All right. Well, Serei, it's been an absolute pleasure to get to sit
you.
here with you. It's a
Thank
shame
you.
that in order for you to sit here, it means you had to go out of the Final Four, but you're here, and we're so grateful to spend some time with you and pick your brain about, one of the biggest seasons of Survivor. It's only 16 days, but it feels like the Olympics of Survivor, and you did so well.
Thank
you. Your legacy speaks for itself. It's a pleasure to speak with you. You truly are and always will be an icon of Survivor.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Serei.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Don't do it, Jonathan.
Don't do it. Oh, Serei, you've played a great game. It's been such a privilege to have you out here. Thank you for coming to join us.
Thanks for having me. I know.
The tribe has spoken. Damn.
I know.
All right.
Bye, guys.
I have to say, this is our last episode. We've talked to everybody except for the final three who are headed to Tribal Council shortly to give their pitches to the jury.
And I mean, this has never been done. No team, no podcasters, no media personnel have ever been having access to every single part of the Survivor experience. We're about to leave here and go watch Final Tribal Council in person. That's just amazing. So I'm so grateful.
I gotta say, you guys have done this before. You've been on Survivor as contestants. This is my first time on a Survivor set. This is my first time in Samoa. I adore Australian Survivor, and this has been such a joy, a true life highlight for me.
And thank you to both of you for bringing me into the Drop Your Buffs little sphere.
You're a honorary gay.
Buffy?
You're an honorary Buffy.
Yeah.
You're an honorary Buffy now, Nick.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, well, we are about to go to Final Tribal Council to see how this all turns out. I can't wait to see it. I hope everybody else tunes in to see who's going to take it here on Survivor Australia v World. Thank you so much for watching all of our silly little content. It was a pleasure.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.